I was excited. Q akiniambia, and Q told me, let me try to be as international with my language as possible, that he wanted to come and just take another tour with us as Hill City. So we'll just probably pick out from what we had last time. Maybe you can watch from the previous video.
Yeah.
Because I think I covered most of the setup, how we've set up here at Hill City. So what happened, we normally have an annual conference. It's called the Fearless. So in preparation for it, my stage was a bit messy. I think I showed you like how we had cables running all over. So the goal was to have a clean stage as much as possible. And probably from what you can see, we were able to achieve that. So what happens is we normally had our snake, all our signal coming from the left side of the stage, and that's where we had all the signal being picked. There was a rack on stage. You can see from the previous video. And then on the right also we had a rack on stage. So what I did with the help of my team, we took those off stage and then we put them like under the stage, so that there's a bit more space for guys. Even like when you're in the congregation, you don't see all that mess going around. The setup actually remained the same. We had the monitor. We had two sets of monitors like from our previous videos. But what we wanted to do this time is have as little, almost no monitors on stage. So these were running super soft. Majorly they were used for the speakers. Our worship team were all running on in-ears. We had 10 vocalists on stage every day, and each person had an in-ear. We are using the PSM 300, the Shure PSM 300. We had 3 receivers, and then from there it's picking. We actually paired our vocalists based on their voices. So like the altos were in one channel, the sopranos in one channel, and then we also got another in-ear system called Phonics, which I think when we go to the rack, I'll show you that. So that all the male vocalists except the lead vocalist, they were sharing that in-ear system. We had a 4-piece band. We didn't have such a big band setup. That was the keys, the drummer, the guitarist, and the bassist. And again, everyone was on in-ears. We had crowd mics. So we had a mic over here and on the right side as well, so that it could be able to pick the reactions from the congregation. I remember the last time we spoke, I told you we have our line arrays, the tassels, each 4 boxes per side. At that time, only 2 were working.
Yeah.
But due to peer pressure, just making things work, we made sure we repaired all our boxes. So all our boxes are working. We got amplifiers, new set of amplifiers.
That's cool. Which amps did you get?
We got Wafdale's CDs. Is it CDP? Okay. 2600. So we got 4 of those. I'll show you them. We got 4 of those, so 2 aside.
Right.
So each of the boxes was sharing a channel from the Wafdale, and that really changed how sound sounded here.
Yeah.
For our delay speakers, we had the tower. DB tower. It's an old model.
Yeah.
DB speaker, and then a sub 18 inch DB on that side. So that acted as a delay. because the way our speakers were set up, we anticipated we would have people sitting all the way to this side. Our line array could only cover this much of an angle. Normally it's 100 degrees, so people on this side would be struggling with the sound. So we had that set up on that side and the same on that side. And then in addition, on the pillars, just like before, we had the DB T4s. We added another DB, so we had two aside on one of the pillars and on the other pillar. I can actually show you the amps from here. So these are the amps the new amplifiers that we got. The Wafdale CPD 2600. So this helped us to power just the tops, the line array tops. So each of the tops, two of them were using these amplifiers, one aside. And they are actually pretty good. It's the first. I think it's a new product that's Wafdale is bringing in the country. We got a recommendation from somebody to use them, and I would say I am not disappointed. Like even I've gotten so many questions, even from my other sound guys. Like, this is what we were missing. So it has given us low end on the tassels, and the mid range is just awesome. The highs, like the frequency range that these amps have given, is just so wide, and it really has helped us. So that works. So whatever rack was there initially, we transferred it to this place. So this is the SD16. And on top of it is the head amp. So the SD16 is picking signal from the drums and the bass guitarist who was here. Just basically anything that is on this side of the stage.
That's the same one that was on the stage there at some point, or is it a different one?
No. It's the same one.
Okay.
But what I did was separate it from the amplifiers. Because if you remember, it was on top of the amplifiers on that side. So I wanted somewhere we could easily access the amplifiers, and so I had the amplifiers go just below the stage, so it's easily accessible. But for guys who need to plug things on the stage, I wanted this to be not down there, but because now we can access this from behind the stage. And if you need to change anything, if somebody's in-ears is not working, if you need to add in another, because I remember like on Sunday when we had our service, we had a DJ come on stage, so it was easy for us to just have the DJ set up here and run the signal straight from here. So now this is where we've had, because still for our receivers, they need to be in line of sight with the people who are speaking. So these are the Shure's mics that we mentioned. These are the ones that we use, Shure BLX R. They use the SM58 capsule. And then these are some that, so we had a total of 12 mics on stage, 10 for the vocalist, and then we had 2 for the hosts who are hosting for the day. So these 4 and those 6, that makes 10 of them. And then for the in-ears, we had, I told you we used the PSM 300. We had 3 transmitters, which are, we labeled them IEM1, IEM2, and this is the third one. So this is normally used by our downtown campus. So now, even just to make things work cohesively, we normally just get things from the different campuses, put it all together, because even the mics are not, we got them from our campuses, as we normally have just the 4. So like we had the lead vocalist on its own,
Yeah.
and then we had the altos on this channel sharing that, sopranos on this, and the male we're using. This is the other in-ear that we got. It's a Phonics Pro PTM 33, which actually is actually pretty good. So that's what we got. So the beauty about it, it's like and with just the in-ears, you can sync. You can have one transmitter,
Yeah.
but sync as many receivers as possible. So that's actually what we did. Cause like the Phonics, we synced 4 receivers on it. So we had the male vocalist share that,
Yeah.
and yeah. So that's what we did. I repurposed the lead to act more of as a stand, and then behind it is where I put all my power supply for the receivers, so that we don't have so many cables running everywhere else. Lower on this side, it's there's still a mess. It's just that it's a bit hidden. It's not in your face when you're at the congregation. So this is the S32. So it's picking all the signals from this side of the stage, like our mics, the keyboard, and the lead guitar, because they're on this side of the stage. It's picking signal from that, and then the outputs are now going to the speakers. Now these are the same amplifiers, the 2 that are on that side, the Wafdales, and then we have the CC4000 that's powering our subwoofers. Those are the Tassos double 18s.
All right.
Yep.
Cool.
So I believe as far as sound and setup is concerned, that's what we had for Fearless. In terms of lighting and even screens, we had Expose coming in. They offered us support in terms of lighting. So we had a trussing running from across the stage, and that's where they actually put the lights on. The strips that you guys are seeing are lighting on now. On top of the screens, we had some lights hitting the stage. The theme of Fearless is normally blue, so that was washing the stage with blue. So we had a lot of that. We had lighting added on this trussing and on that trussing hitting the stage. Hopefully, you can be able to get footage from the event just to show that. And then there is this additional panel of screens. It's black right now, but also that was displaying just some graphics.
Yes, you probably can even like show us a quick peek of the distribution box so that we see how it looks like.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so this was also a space that was designated for the pastors. So it was more like a green room.
Yeah.
If you say. So now this is actually where the main distribution box for when power comes. We've labeled it appropriately. So what we normally use so much the sound. So this switch powers, it's a 32 amps. It powers our stage, like the racks that I've showed you, and anything that's on stage, the monitors. So that is powered by that. And then the other critical switch for us is this one. It's a 62 amp, and it's 3-way. So this sends the signal, the power, to a distribution underneath the stage, which I'll show you. So that's where we have the lights getting their power from, the screens getting their power from, and the amplifiers also. I think those are the majorly 2 switches that are critical for us on stage.
Yeah.
And that we also like building towards Fearless. It was all messed up, so we had somebody come in and just help us to distribute the load on our power supply.
Yeah.
And then underneath here is now where we have that switch for the 3-phase. It's feeding into this distribution box. At the very top, this powers the key lights. So we have 4 of them. So that's why you see the label 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
5 and 6. Actually, is it 5? 5 is going. It's sending power to the moving heads that are on top of the screens that I showed you.
Yeah.
6 is currently not in use, and then on this side, that is now powering our screens.
Yeah.
Then for the amplifiers, we have it coming in from the back, and it's being powered by this 32 amps power source.
Yeah.
On the distribution box. This dimmer pack, we normally have some ambient lights on stage and off stage, where the delay speakers are behind them. So this powers that. So that's basically how we run power from down here.
Awesome.
Cool. I think that's it.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Until next time.
Follow, subscribe, like Worship Tech Tour. Get there's some videos that are already uploaded from even different churches.
Yes.
Looking at those, there are things that you can actually borrow from those guys.
Sure, for sure. And invite me to come take a tour to church.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching Worship Tech Tour. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider supporting the channel on Patreon, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth worship tech explorations. Until next time, see you later.